And hello, I think I'm live. Yay! Just adjusting my table to the camera. I think this is okay. Okay, this stream is going to be about Scavenger Hunt. It's a very fun thing to participate in, launched by Janet M. Young. Janet M. Young. You can follow her on YouTube. And this New Year's Eve, she did a stream where she released, I think, about 100 prompts. And it's for me been something that I've been participating in since 2018. And I have had like very different variations of scavenger hunt journals from Midori sized slim insert till what was it? Yeah, a homemade book made out of using skewers as a binding, like very special, made out of pattern paper. Until like last year, I went all in. I was so crazy. Look, I filled out a complete journal just for the scavenger hunt. This is as crazy as I've ever took it for a scavenger hunt. So naturally, there's like a ton of fun hours spent working in this journal. So for this year, I am using a much slimmer approach because this was like really time consuming because I just got swallowed up in it. So I barely had, other journals were totally ignored during this time where I worked on the scavenger hunt. But hey, what to say about the scavenger hunt is that it leaves you with a fun journal, you know? Like most of my journals, they're like you flip in them and then you see one painting after another, maybe a little bit of writing. Or should I just grab one? Let me just grab a generic journal from my collection. Let's see what we can get. Whoops. Okay, I just took a random one. I think this is one of the older ones, so it might be like even fun to just flip through that. Let's see. We got it here. Whoops. Oh, this is an insert. But what I'm talking about is that most of my journals are like this, like a painting on like this, like watercolor paintings on each side. And then, oh, she's actually really nice. I should cut some of these out and frame them, I think. But anyway, it's like the same setup. One painting, not a lot of cohesiveness, unless I'm into some subject and only a painting like houses or something crazy, right? So that's why it's fun to have a journal like this filled up with a lot of strange pages. In fact, I would go so far and say that one day, picture this, I'm gone. My son is standing among his inherited treasures, which will be all my pieces of junk, right? And then he's flipping through this and then deciding with himself, yes, I knew it. She was crazy. This is the evidence. Because a journal like this is just full of all sorts of crazy stuff. So let me just show you with the prompts here. This is how the list of prompts looked. No, that's the letter for myself. Okay, where did I hide the prompt list? I usually have the prompt list somewhere. Somewhere. No. I think I promised too much. Yeah, I totally promised too much. Okay, but the prompt list, what I wanted to say is that if they're not numbered, and even if they are numbered, you can just work on random prompts. So when you're setting up a scavenger hunt journal, you can put a page number on each of your pages, and then you have a designated page to go with each prompt, so it's easier for you to jump back and forth. And then you just cross out on the list whenever you did one prompt. So instead of crossing out and having a list, it looks like I just had small tip-ins and writing down here where I said prompt number 12, junk mail, prompt number 52, aluminum foil. So that's how this scavenger hunt looks. But I think I want to flip through it and then yell up if I see something that's similar to the prompts for this year. Hi, Anlar, welcome to my stream. It's going to be about the scavenger hunt, so yay. This prompt is called washi tape, and then I had this train track washi tape. So I just took a lot of pattern paper, and all these are scraps and leftovers. So one thing you can utilize your scavenger hunt for is totally to clean up on all your ephemeras and all that kind of junk, you know. Let's see. Oh, what was that? My favorite? No, okay. I am looking stickers. I think stickers is one of the prompts for this year also. So what I did was that I just took a pattern paper that I liked, and then I tried to copy that pattern paper with watercolors, and then I had some stickers of the succulents down here. So it's just fun. You're working on your scavenger hunt also, yay! Then this stream might be something you would enjoy. Okay, let's see what else. Coffee ring. I had one here, and it was. I remember this. I took this piece of paper and took it out with me at my coffee machine where I make my coffee, and then I had to accidentally spill and then really like make the ring. So this is not like an authentic coffee ring from my desk. So that's how I think that this book is kind of crazy. It makes you do a lot of crazy things, collect crazy stuff. Vegetable stickers is also this year. And yeah, I just drew in bananas. It's not because I don't eat vegetables, but most of my vegetables are, is it called, what is it called when it's økologisk? La 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 la, what's the name for it? The kind of fruit where you don't use fertilizer and you don't spray it with toxic stuff. Organic. Yes, it's very, very rare that I can see that they're using stickers on organic fruit. So that's why I don't really have vegetable stickers this year either. Let's see what else. Pattern paper, I just glued it in. But pattern paper was also a quote from this year. A pocket, yeah, always likable with the pocket prompt, because some people like to utilize, like I got postcards in this one. So a postcard actually was a prompt last year. So you can, smash two flies with one hit by putting the prompts together into one page. Let's see. Tip-in. At tip-in, I think simply just use this kind of tape. They call it like ghost tape, because when you burnish on it, it becomes totally kind of invisible. And it's so nice to use for tip-ins because you don't get that hinge showing. So that's kind of cool. Zentangle is also a prompt for this year, and that's how I solved that thing. I simply just took my hand and then traced my hand and then put in the Zentangle patterns inside here. Because 54 was also a prompt called handprint. So yeah, but totally feel free to be inspired of what I'm showing you now, because it may be a fun way for you to do a prompt. Postage is just a tip-in. Oh man, this is done in fluorescent colors. I don't know if it's just almost hurt my eyes to look at. Hi, Gail. Oh, you like my hands entangled? Oh, I love this page. It's a page of orange. Oh man, it's beautiful. I totally forgot all about this book actually. So it's fun for me to make this flip through. This is a bag, a paper bag. I think the prompt was just paper bag. Could it be just paper bag post-it notes. Oh, look, my elastic band died on me. It's a little bit gross. So let's just keep piece of fabric, use glitter, create a border, and a paper bag insert. So this page spread is actually 4 prompts in one. That's really nice. Let's see, what is this? Draw your breakfast. That was a cool one. Really nice. Uh, let's see. Okay, map of where I plan to travel during holidays, but it was like during COVID 21. So instead of, playing along with the prompt like somewhere that I had to go, like where did I go in 2021? I went to the supermarket and then I went to my backyard and that was kind of it. So I just took the grid of my house and then named it I can travel in the kitchen. Not my favorite spot. Or in my living room. That could be like my Christmas vacation. And my summer vacation and Easter vacation would be in my beach barn where I had my room. And my winter vacation is the bedroom. So yeah, that was kind of fun. Let's see. Page of swatches. These are like generic swatches from that I have done for several things. Like this was a palette I once did for a stream in 2018 that I called the Fit palette, where I had like some really strange names for all the colors. So yeah, let's see. Feather? Oh, that's kind of boring. It's just a feather. Okay, I'm still looking for where could there be a similar prompt. Oh, this is so cool. I remember this page. I found this sticker in a Daphne's diary. So what I did was that I drew it like here, and then I also drew it on a tea bag. This is so beautiful. Look how intricate it becomes when you paint it on a tea bag. Oh, this is just beautiful. And I remember that I did that with several of them. Yeah, here they are. Pages of teapots. And this is why Scavenger Hunt is so cool, because I don't think that I would have made clusters like this in a regular journal if it wasn't for prompts. So that's my tea bag prompts. Hi, Kimberly. Oh, you remember? It was so funny. But let's see, food packaging. I think is a little bit on the new Scavenger Hunt, but this year it's kind of a snack packaging. Origami is definitely on the prompt this year. So I just showed my generic sandwich pocket. I have made a lot of these when I gave my son lunch packs to school because he liked his food not to touch each other. Some kids are like that. So it was so easy for me to make these pockets. And what I did back then, these repositional tape or these tape rollers, you can so easily make these pockets, put in a sandwich, and then layer it in his lunch pack. So yeah, I had to use that one. Oh yeah. Oh, the sloth. It was gift wrapping from Sandra. Ugh, this is finger painting. Oh my god. Okay, it's gelatos. That's why I have it so nicely. But at first I was thinking, what? This is candy wrappers, and I made it out into a dress. So maybe that's an idea out there for you guys if you still haven't done your candy wrapper prompt. So that's kind of cute. Let's see. Can you hear these knocking sounds? That's my Mr. Beef. Page about a fib. And then I can't believe that you're here, Kimberly. This is Mr. Beef. He's so cute. It's a doll that Kimberly made and sent me, and it is so sweet. So of course I included him there. So ribbon, I just took a ribbon. I think ribbon is this year also. Yeah, is it yeah, I think the ribbon is one of the prompts this year. So if you have like a face, you can cut out a piece for like a jewelry. Um, more of that candy wrapping. It does really look like a million. Wouldn't you say so? Like the substrate here is from a tea bag. I don't think it's showing up that well. But it actually started out as a tea bag, and then I just went off the perimeter. So it looks kind of crazy if you don't focus on that it's a tea bag. Tea bag. Oh, let's see. Hi, Barb. Oh man, I can't believe you're here. Lots of hugs and kisses. So cool. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, pop tops. I was so in doubt. What the heck was a pop top? Because it could be like the top of a trailer, or it could be like these candy thing, like drinks they call pop tops. So I just included all three of them. But turns out it was this, the tip of a candy. Yeah, this one. Favorite cartoon character, and this year I'm also have to go with Calvin and Hobbes because it's still my favorite cartoon. So here, this is so cute. I drew them thinking like, favorite cartoon character. What could that be? So, oh my God, so much chatting. I am not really used to so many people. Hi, Rhonda, you made it! Yay! So, okay, let's see what else. Puzzle is also one of the prompts for this year. So what I did was I took something I painted, and then on top of it with a Sharpie, I just made the puzzle pattern. So that was an idea for you guys. Okay, lipstick is also a prompt. This, no, it's makeup. This year it's makeup. Oh, my bad. Let's see. Rag flag. I always thought that it was kind of, I don't know what to do. So I just cut out these things in stripes and made it into a flag. But I think I misunderstood the prompt. Hmm. Okay, toilet paper. This is toilet paper ripped and mixed in with jelly prints. Hmm. Let's see. This is an ink up page. Oh man, this was so messy. I still remember. It's Yupo paper with ink on it, and it was really a mess. A cartoon character. Then I just made my own. Ransom Note. Uh, oh my God, this is so hilarious. Do you guys remember when we were not able to write toe in Joyce's stream? Like in her chat? For some, for some reason, it was only the international people who were able to write the word toe in her chat room without getting kicked off the YouTube. Hi, Kathy. So I wrote this ransom note. Hey, we know that you are to blame for the missing toes at Joyce's stream the 3rd of March. And guess what? We want our toe back, lady. It is totally unacceptable to delete our comments. It's viewed upon as toe discrimination, and we want this toe stop toe day. In fact, on Monday, the 15th of March, we will all enter Joyce's stream and invoke our right to express our toes. If we found out that you are still stealing our towing and towing away our comments by deleting our sentences, then guess you have us. Guess you. What's the word? Guess you leave us with no other reason to come back and start cutting off one of your toes. So you got 10 chances, lady. No, okay, because she has 10 toes, of course. Just to show you that we are totally serious, we want you to know that we are not here for any reason. We didn't come here just to dance. Okay, I know why I ended it up like that. You know, there was this interrogation of a policeman who was interrogating a felony, And then he wanted to blow himself up and intimidate him, So the way his intimidating sentences was like, listen, I'm not here for any reason. You didn't just come here to dance. So it cracked me up, listening to that interrogation, because I could just picture myself, this policeman standing in front of his bathroom mirror, rehearsing those two sentences before he went to work and gonna flip them on the table no matter who was on the opposite side of the table. He just wanted to use it right. Um, the five senses was actually a hard one. Seems like an easy prompt, but when you sit down and have to do it, you're like, So some of the prompts, I think that's also why I'm flipping through mine, is you need some input, inspiration to see how other people made the prompts. Uh, this is gelato. Stencil from, this is a stencil. I simply just incorporated stencil into a drawing. Let's see. Am I missing? Yeah. Hi, Janet. Oh, you're here. So cool. Yeah, I'm flipping through my last scavenger hunt to show people out there that if they're like really crazy like I was last year, you will end up with this ridiculous fat book. But it turns out to be a gem in my journal collection because it's so different. And when you flip through this and you don't know the concept of what the heck a scavenger hunt is, you will look at these pages and be like, she is one crazy oddball fish. But for me, it makes sense. But it's really relaxing to have this crazy fun play journal to go through. Um, Especially when you're like me, I'm so tidy and uptight with my journals. Like one painting per page, and it have to be like looking good when you flip the pages. So letting myself loose like this is just so super duper. Let's see. Janet, where can we get this year's list? Hi, Teresa. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm missing anyone coming in. Well, Teresa, there is a link at Janet's New Year's Eve stream. I think she even provided it in the chat. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that in the chat there was a link to a printable Google Doc. I did a binder this year and I love working out of it that way. Yes, almost done. Are you kidding me, Kimberly? Oh my god. Okay, this year my scavenger hunt is in this tiny book. I have talked about these pages before, so I don't really know how many of you saw my first presentation of this book. So maybe I should just do it like really quick. Let's see if we can get the camera further down. That was like a bit too much, right? How about this? Everything is like upside down. So, if I have to pull this book down, I have to, or, my left and right are swapped. So that's why I'm a little bit confused. Okay, clue item. I have never played the game Clue. There was a lot of games in this year's prompt list that I don't recognize, so I'm kind of googling my way to it. And what I can understand is that Clue is some sort of a detective game. So I just wrote dead by clue item and what you could be killed by. So I added in a sticker of a mobile phone and wrote texting while walking, because that could really, like walking into a hole. 8 hobbies home cooked meal, and then a sticker of a plate and some cutlery. Sat on a pin, and then a sticker of a house where I wrote left your house during the quarantine. So, and a puzzle for me is how the hell the cat managed to get locked into the drawer with my clean bedding sheets. I really don't understand how that could happen. It's a drawer I have to open and push back in. So unless that freaky, scary cat can open up drawers, I don't know. I mean, but it happened, and she got locked into that drawer. But that's really not what puzzle means. I think Janet means like a puzzling. So I also just took a sticker and drew the patterns of puzzles. And the playing card is just boring stickers, swatches. Oh my god, I love watercolors. Look at swatches. I mean, love it. And cancel postage kind of, you know, sums itself up. Create an ad. I still need to find some adverts, something, you know. I have one in mind, but it's kind of ridiculous. We're watching Yellowstone at the moment, so I wanted to make like a house for sale with a big backyard ad. Like, but you know what? John Dutton never would sell his farm anyway, so it would be an imaginary ad. But I was thinking about that one. Let's see. They can scream their way into. Yes, yes. I know that my cat loves the newly freshed uh, clothes when it's washed, so I always put it directly in its place to avoid her camping on it. You get to interpret any prompt any way you want. I am so glad that you're saying that, Janet, because I got some fancy ideas when it comes to those games, you know? So, the list is in Fipsville. Oh, cool, cool, cool. It is so good. A lot of people are participating in these scavenger hunts, so you can ask several places for the prompt list. Splatter, dear diary entry. Uh, yeah, that's a little bit crazy. I have always written like God is the one who reads my diary or my journal because that's the only way that I can censure myself to stop ranting, use a kind of an okay language, and then keep it short, right? So whenever I write and journal something, it's always thinking that this is a place where it's natural to be grateful, give thanks, come with some sort of wishes, you know. So my dear diary entry will be that I hope the cat Marvin returns. I'm lacking a cat in this household. You know that red cat, that the rescue red cat, the ferret one? He left our house the 9th of December and has not yet returned. I hope that he's on a giant walkabout. Yeah, and that he will come back because the food is really good in this house if you're a pet. So, an unused product, and then I really had to laugh. You know how Janet M. Young is making us all punch out planets? You know, with a circle punch? I punched out a bunch of these small 1 inch circles because I was doing a scrapbook project. So I was thinking, hey, one day Janet promised us all that just don't throw it out. It's good trash. Keep it around, and then one day they will come in handy. And now, like 3 years after, it came in handy for this prompt because it's been lying unused for like years. But yeah, now I'm used some of them in the prompt. Let's see. Yeah, that's too bad. Oh yeah, I try not to think too much about the cat so far. So yeah, but if it's supposed to be, I have to let go, right? It's not up to me. Draw an art supply, and of course I had to draw my oven because I have once used, like Janet mentioned on one of her streams, I have once used my clean oven window as a light board by putting a lamp underneath it and then my paper up here on top, and then I had a light board. So that's kind of crazy, but I did leave room for something else, you know. Book page, and then I got happy mail from CB where she included some French dictionary paper, and then I took some letter stickers from Tim Holtz, and I think I put together a French sentence because it says un petit souvenirs CB. So it's a little memoir from CB. Use makeup. And then today I did a stream where I'm using makeup to make this. image, which is a replication of a painting from Cézanne. So that was kind of fun. It was doable. So throw that crap away. I know. I love you, man. You know what? Some of my love for you is also in those punched circles. So how can I depart with them, you know? And this is pets. And I've received some pet stickers from Kathy Burke and Sandra's washi tape and some Kathy Arbor stickers. So I just fulfilled the prompts by using their stickers. And what else do we have? Okay, y'all, this one. It says tea bag or packaging. So I just included this as packaging because this year, no, it has to be like last year, right? Last Christmas, last year, I filled up a lot of these tiny boxes with candy and then just tucked them into our Christmas tree. So I think it was such a cute idea. And it was actually really easy because now my son is a teenager, you know. So going on a candy hunt on a Christmas tree was kind of cute when he was littler. But now when he's, you know, an adult, you could say it's much more cool to just grab a box. So I want to remember this cool idea for next year to come. So that's why it's here in my scavenger hunt. Make a pocket. And then I did. And then I included a greeting card from Janet. And it says, grateful thanks for playing. And it's because I participated in one of her ATC swaps. So that's why that's there. Okay, something out of the trash. I took it totally literally. So I cut off this top from it. Yeah, knowing me, it probably was candy, and then I used it as a flipping device for another card that I picked up from the trash. So I'm so proud of myself this year. I actually binge dived and dusted off and collected this cluster of trash. So let's see. I feel that I'm missing out on something in chat. Uh, oh, you know what? I'm gonna come back after the stream and read every sentence that you guys have wrote because right now I feel that I'm missing out. But what I picked out here was my hobby's really cool way of showing me directions. All the text is something that I added to kind of translate what the hell this drawing is. But basically, what he's doing is that he's telling me with a cross. We are here, right, Lena? So you go to the end of the road where there is this big intersection. Down the road with the three road bumps. Then you turn right at the crazy place with the crazy Christmas decoration that he just simulated by doing like tick, 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 tick. And then you turn right. And then instead of using a cross of this is the place, he just made a round circle. So this is his road direction. And I thought it was a little bit funny. So of course I also had to write down what he said because a year from now I will not remember any of that. Like I said, vegetable stickers are not easy to come by in my house because they don't really use them on organic fruit. But I got a sheet of bingo stickers. How crazy is that? Who the hell plays bingo with stickers? I don't know. It's just odd. So I just cut out the word bingo stickers and put it on. Illuminated letter. I picked an L for Lena. And then I tried to make my own illuminated letter where I used foil. So I think I'm so unlucky. I don't have the foil prompt on this page spread, but it's there somewhere. And then this is like a jelly print from Bob Owen. So I wrote "Love you, Barb." Bob Owen's art coin, and then I just glued in her jelly printed art coin. Do you remember it? It's been maybe a year ago. You gifted me this, but now it's got a a home in my Scavenger Hunt journal. Page of Shapes is a border from CB. Use a postcard. I actually did my illuminated letter on a postcard, so I think that kind of counts as a prompt. So okay, let's see. When mine breaks, I'll have to remove. Okay, you're talking about ovens. I kind of feel where that conversation is going. Okay, I got to tell you something. I roasted a roast. I think it was the day after Christmas or something. I don't know. But the point of my story is that later, a week later, I need to use my oven, and then I opened the lid and I didn't clean it. So for a whole week, I had like the most dirtiest oven just there. And then I was like, oh no, because that's really gonna slow down cooking for that day, right? We first have to clean out old stuff. This is a paper clip, and I am so proud of this. Janet made this. It's my initials in Zentangle. I mean, oh, she is so thorough. Look how tiny it is. Can you even get pen nibs that tiny? It's amazing. I'm a little bit sad that it has to live in the scavenger hunt because this really belongs in some sort of a Midori of a different style where it can have a job of holding something together, you know. But I also think that it do belong in the scavenger just like this because scavenger hunt is Janet, right? So I'm a little bit divided whether I should move this when the scavenger is over. I just feel that it's drowning there. So you didn't clean it after using it. What the hell? A week, it's not even burned on yet. But to me, that's like really a surprise, you know, like, oh wow. Okay, bingo. What do you, okay, washi tape. I used something from Sandra. It was gifted from I think she used something from Jane Davenport and then from James. And then bingo, we all know what bingo is, right? So instead, I just wrote a joke. An elderly woman goes to the doctor's office. The doctor gives her a checkup and says, I need I need to do stool, blood, and urine test. And then the woman says, well, can't I just leave my underwear? Bingo starts in half an hour. And this Scrabble ties. Scrabble is all fun and game until someone loses an eye. And then I drew a bunch of Scrabble pieces lying here, and on top of it, I look, I bought a book from IKEA. It's hilarious. Like an IKEA book. You can even decide your own ending. How awesome is that? Okay, the taboo game. I have no idea what that is. Never played it before. Try to understand the animal of the game. So I kind of understood that the taboo word was a description that you did not want people to say or something. Okay, but my take on it was to write Peter. That stands for pain in the ass, right? And then the words could be like annoying fib, sealed lids, crushed nibs, and butts. So I think that would be like my take on a taboo card. I'm not sure. Candy package. Okay, coloring book page. I really like that one. It's just a cutout from a coloring book page, and it's really fun to have this when you start working in your scavenger hunt journal because you have a warm up page. All I have to do is not think, just put in color. So next year, I think I will have like a larger coloring book page because it's a cool warm up thing to do. Okay, rubber stamp. I found some old planner sticker stamps, and then I remember that I have s- tiny, tiny, intricate stamps for my planner to go in these areas right here. So that prompt is not yet filled out. And then we got like old maid card. We don't have that game here in Denmark. So I wrote, better die an old maid than marry the wrong man. And then suddenly it hit me, oh my god, I could take one of the stickers from Bob Owen, cut it out, and that could be the old maid card. I hope I understood it okay. But isn't it awesome? Let's see. Hi, CB. Oh, thank you. Welcome. Hi, Janice. Oh, I'm so bad at maintaining the chat. Let's see. Am I missing something? Okay, I'm going on. Fingerprints. I'm hoping to put a fat finger on some of these stickers and make it into a face, but I haven't gone that far yet. Illustrate illustrate a quote. Well, I got the quotes, but I don't really have the illustration down yet. The best way to get things done is simply to begin. And that's like a quote of my life. Like always like Murphy's Law, if you want something done, do it yourself, right? And then it was a stream. I think it was on Kathy Arbor's stream. Janet was talking about if you're persistent and push yourself, then you will get better, through time with everything that you do in life, whether it's learning how to draw, do calligraphy, whatnot. And then I wrote something in chat about sometimes strong will beats talent. And then I was like, oh, I just made up my quote for the scavenger hunt. So I only wrote the quote down, and then I need to make a drawing to it. I don't know if Janice is noticing how I'm using a lettering guide for all these sentences. Now I'm really sucking up to Janet. I want to have my name 10 times in the poll for the winning prize of the scavenger hunt just because I'm using her lettering guide. Okay, use spray. The only image I get in my head is, I was young in the 80s. I was a teenager. So whenever I think of spray, I think of that ridiculous hairdo, that tall, uh, oh, what is it called? You know what I'm talking about. That tall hair, front pieces, the bangs were fluffed out. I mean, and the whole hair was so stiff and hard that you walked around like a porcupine. Like I want to do some drawing about that porcupine hair that doesn't even know about gravity, just sticking out to all edges. And then instead of coloring in the hair, I could just spray mist. So that's how I'm gonna solve that prompt. A tag, I chose to do like a giant tag, so it works like a tip-in because I needed a prompt called a door. So I inserted my door here, and I really love this. This is a door from a coloring book, right? Look, you had one job. What is the handle doing? What's wrong with this door? I mean, none of my doors look like this. Seriously. I mean, this is ridiculous. How could this how could this happen? You're drawing things. How can you not, when you're sitting and drawing this handle, see that something is wrong here? I have no idea. This is so crazy. I've noticed, and I have to say, I'm trying my best not to break out in parental proudness tears. Oh, you noticed? Oh, thank you. But now you're gonna ask me why didn't I use it on the title washi tapes? I don't know why. But okay, look who's peeking out of the door. It's one of Barb Owen's relatives, right? Oh, you know what? I'll see. I can make Barb an a moderator, right? Let me try and make Barb a moderator. Uh, like that. Ding! I should have given Barb the blue wrench right now. Because if you feel like it, don't feel pressured. But you can put in a link to your Teespring store where people can actually buy these stickers. So you know, they can click on that and get to your store and go and visit her store anyway because there's cool stuff there. When you open the Bob Oven door, you get right into my childhood. That's another prompt. And there's one thing that I remember about my childhood. I grew up in Greenland, and I grew up in this town called Manitsak, Sokotom. Yeah, and then there was this dead end road, and the road's name was Ngusuvik, but there is a mountain at the end of that road, and if you go up that mountain and go to the, what is it, right, you will see three abandoned houses, and they're not abandoned because they're burnt down. They're simply just abandoned because people evicted them and left. But we were a bunch of kids. Oh my god, this is like the best childhood memory ever. We were a bunch of kids who gathered in these shack of houses and played house. And the most fun thing about it is that we didn't have a lot of daylight during wintertime in Greenland. So when we went to school, it was dark. When we were off school, it was dark. So we mostly skipped school and then met up in these houses to enjoy the daytime. And I remember that there was this wooden rack to dry dried fish, and there were a lot of ravens, big black ravens, who were like really curious. We're talking about a highly intelligent bird. I just got to know it as a really highly intelligent bird. And then in the springtime or in the summer, there was this kind of a blueberry. We also had this flower called the heather, that purple heather tundra flower. But anyway, we dried the tundra flower on these racks, and then we also collected the blueberry that we just put on the ground, and then all these ravens would fly down and eat the blueberry. And when we were plucking the blueberry, the ravens were circling around up in the sky, like they knew, like they had a memory. So yeah, I got a lot of really nice childhood memories skipping school and going into these houses. So, but everything was just so fun. I remember we also went to the landfill to collect stuff for our homes, and we dragged it from one end of the city to another. So, yeah, it was just fun childhood. I don't think kids are like that in this modern world. I mean, no parent would allow them to, playing stuff like this and skipping school. We got a butt in here. I'll take him. Oof. Okay. Give me 1 second. Oh my god. I'm having issue with my mouse. I'm borrowing my son's gamer mouse, and it's very sensitive. So just one touch, and if I touch it a little bit harder, it will double click, which is not so good. Did I get it? Yeah, I got him. Yay! Oh, thank you, Rhonda. You got him. Let's see. Okay, I am trying to see if there's something for me in chat. Okay, I'll read the chat after the stream. But anyway, this turned out to be like a really nice tag, and I love the scavenger hunt for these things, like an impulsive memory of something in the past suddenly gets a home in a journal. How beautiful is that? On the back, there is an envelope. So I took one of Teresa's envelopes. They're so unique. Teresa Petersman is here in chat. And I'm so proud to say that I'm receiving mail from her where she takes, it can be everything, like images from calendars or magazines, and then she flipped them into to envelopes, fold them herself. So they're like super unique when they come in the mail. I love it. I love it a lot. And then I also have a tea bag with a house on this tag right here, because there is one of the prompts which is a tea bag. So I made this cutout from a Daphne's diary to hold in a tiny letter attached to the tea bag. And I think that's such a cute thing, like, I don't know. I'm so romantic. I'm thinking, oh, I could write like a lovely letter from my hubby and then serve him a cup of tea, and he wouldn't even notice. It's just a chick thing. So, is there anything else? No, there's not yet. Not yet. More in this pocket. Childhood. I wrote the prompt here, and then I wrote, a happy childhood is the worst possible preparation for life, because that's kind of true. Add a charm instead of like a real journal charm, like a bulky thing. I chose to cut out this extra stamp sticker that Sandra dressed up and embellished her envelope with, because it's not like um a stamp. It was actually, like what do we call it? Like a sticker, So I thought it was an envelope stamp charm. I really like it a lot. So, yay, we got Sandra in the book too. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Oh, thank you, Kathy Albert, for using your steel caps. I got a lot of these butts. I think it's because, I don't know, maybe I should have clicked only stream for subscribers. I don't know. Okay, use a door. I did that on the other side of this tag. If it doesn't open, it's not your door. So true, right? Use stickers, and then I have Bob Owen's lost relative as a sticker. I still have the prompt called marble with paint. That is so crazy. Who who invented that? That is so delightful to watch, but a little bit scary to try out. I have not yet attempted a marble painting yet. I think it's a crazy idea. So, okay, now comes a really strange page. Yeah, there's a lot of things here. There's more of that categories game. What the heck? I don't even know what it is. Hmm. So I try to figure out. I think I can understand that category is that you take some genres and then a 5-letter word, and then you need to fill out the this playing card. So I chose the word bacon. Um, that's a really nice mouth. It rests good in your mouth. It would taste good. So bacon is always way to go. The first category I got is art supply, then FIP, famous artist, cuss word, and country. And I was thinking, country, because we come from a lot of countries, us FIPs. So it wouldn't be hard to figure out a country that a FIP is coming from that starts with a letter B, for instance. And if I can't figure out anything, I can just invent my own. Like Canada can become Banaka. So I'm really opening up, not just making up my own countries. Cuss word shouldn't be a problem. Famous artist, I filled it out. B is Peggy Bacon. She is a very famous printmaker in the US. And A is Nikolai Abraham, eller I should say it in Danish, Nikolai Abraham Abildgaard. That's a Danish antique artist. And then C, of course, is Cézanne, or it could be Claude Monet. Like it could be like the last name started with the C or the first name. And O, Yoko Uno. She's doing, I would call it installation art. And N is Rasmus Nelemet, who is an illustrative painter here in Denmark, and he's so cool. He makes paintings of industrial things. So if you're studying perspective, looking at his artwork is just top notch, because he takes pictures also of old abandoned industrial places where there is only this skeleton of metal back remain. So he's taking some really spooky and interesting pictures. Let's see. Gail, I'd love to send you something. Oh, wow. But I've never been able to locate your mailing address. Oh my God, Gail, your wallet is kicking your butt because you know what? The postage is insane. I'm telling you. We pay so much to ship a package from Denmark to the US that it's ridiculous. So I think you can send me a visual hug. It would warm me really much. I don't want you to spend so much money on the postage. It's so crazy. That's actually the prompt list for last year. Oh, okay. You can do the cuss words. Should we try and fill it out? Okay, help me out. An art supply that starts with a B. Now we're just saying the category art supply. Starts with a B, and it's okay to say pencil instead of pencil. We can't figure it out. It can also be like a brand name, like oh my God, can you feel how difficult it is to think? Help me out here. We have to spell the word bacon. A brush. Oh my God, CB. That was good. A brush, of course. Art supply starting with an A. And that's when if you really hate your scissors, it's okay to write the anal scissors. I think I would say like, uh, let's see. Oh, you love it so much. Okay. Look, Janet, she's still in the cuss word department. Acrylic paints. Oh my God. You know what? CB is the only one carrying the brain at the moment. Acrylic, of course. I'm gonna write acrylic pants because I love my own typos. Okay, art supply starting with a C. It have to be like a calligraphy pen. So let me just write that. Calligraphy pen. That one was okay. Art supply starting with the letter O. Canvas is also a good one. Okay, crayons. Oh my God, you guys got a lot of C. Art supply, oils, and good thinking. Okay, art supply starting with an N. Neo 2s, right? Neo 2 colored crayons. Perfect. Okay, a fib which have a name or which a fib who a fib who have a name that has either the first or the last or like the YouTube handle name starting with a B, like in Barb Owen. I'm gonna write Barb Owen. And then a fib with the name A, the letter A. Ah, and Lar. I'm gonna go for that one. And then the letter C, like in CB. Um, there are actually a bunch. There is different carols in the group, so I think I'm gonna write like. Look how I am taking over this game. I'm not even giving you guys time to write something. That's how I am. Going totally solo here. I'm gonna write CB and then Carol UK. Whoop. This one is a little bit difficult. A fib with the name O. Oh, that's I don't even have any suggestion. Oh, Cheshire Cat. Oh my God. I'm just gonna write. I want to write Dar. I'm gonna write Dar. Ola. Okay, that's not really someone. Bye bye, Barb. Thanks you so much for coming in and spending your time. See you soon. Oh yeah, Organza Jen from Australia. Of course, of course. So I'm gonna write, how do we spell it? Tina Ogle, of course. Yeah, Tina Ogle. Organza Jen. And then this Ola. Ola? I don't think that I know Ola. It must be way before I entered the FIP universe. Okay, a FIP that starts with the letter N. Hmm. Uh, N. What could that be? Do we have a Nina? No. Let me see if there's someone in here today. Starts with N? No. Actually, I think the N one is a little bit difficult for me. Nancy? Okay. I'm not sure that I know who Nancy is, but I've heard the name called out in Dee Dee's stream. Ola is in Canada. She doesn't stream. That's why. Hudson Sailor. Hmm. But Nancy is good enough for me. Okay, now we come to the cuss words. A cuss word that starts with B. Uh, yeah. Hi, Sandra. I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna write it. I'm writing bitch down. And then a cuss word that starts with an A. It's totally gonna be like anal bitch, right? Anal. Now this video will not upload to YouTube. And then a cuss word that starts with a C. Help me up with that one. That's really difficult for me. Uh, Curd. That's a good suggestion. And then one that starts with the letter O. That's also a little bit difficult for me. I know, but I need them to be there because it's part of, like a taboo, like you're not supposed to say all these words, so it's kind of fun that they are in a game. Cuss word that start with an O. Oh, I know, Jan. I know. And I knew that I could count on you knowing something that starts with a C. Oh, this is hilarious. But the O is like really a hard one. Wouldn't you guys say so? Like even in Danish, I don't even think that we have a bad word that starts with an O. Um, maybe maybe it could be like O and then something. I'm gonna write oh shit. You could say that those two words belong together in a way. I can live with that. Cuss word starts with an N. Uh, let's see. I got several Danish ones, but they don't really apply here. Um, okay, I'm gonna write a Danish one. Numse is a Danish word for butt, so that's a good one. Okay, crap, it's also good. That's going down to yes. Now for the country. Do we know any FIP coming from a country starting with B? And my guess would be Belgium. I might be wrong, but isn't Cece from Belgium? Hmm. Or at least Kathy Burks have lived in Belgium at one part of her time. So I'm gonna write Cece because I kind of think that she's from Belgium. So Bolivia, we got someone from Bolivia. Wow. I'm telling you, it's like worldwide. I mean, maybe I should switch to live chat. Wouldn't that be a good thing? There. So, bummer. I don't think bummer is a country. Oh no, you have connection issue. Brazil. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, we got that one down. Oh, let me take that butt right there. Thanks for charming in, sweet butt, but we're gonna move you. Oh, look, I did it. Yay. Hi, Devon. Okay, a fib that comes from a country that starts with A, we have to say Australia, right? That's Jen. I also think that we got someone from Austria. I just can't think of her name, but she's on Janet Nash stream. British Columbia, that was a good one. British Columbia. A country that starts with the letter C that a fib comes from. Oh my god, America. Could I not think of that? That is so hilarious. And I can't even spell it. America. What's wrong with the way I spelled it? Oh my god, that is so hilarious. You know what? That is like really the fun. Of course, Kathy Arbor, Canada, and Devon, Canada. Okay, we got that one. Um, a country named with starts with the letter O that a fibs come from. Trying to think about not a capital, but a country that starts with the letter O. Hmm. Um, are there actually any countries that starts with an O? That's a tough one. I think I'm gonna Google to give myself some suggestion. Country starts with an O. What are the suggestions? Suggestions. Oman is a country apparently, and that's it. Oma? Yeah, we're gonna write Oman. We hope that it's valid. Country that starts with an N. Um, didn't we have a person from Nigeria once? I think in Didi's stream, I there was a from Nigeria. I'm gonna write Nigeria. I'm pretty sure about that one. Where the heck is Oman? Let me see. It is a sultan state in southwestern parts of Asia. So it's on the southern coast of the Arabian Peninsula. So now we know that. Oh, New Zealand, of course. Thank you, Sandra. Ta-ta. And I don't know if that's how you play category. If we now fulfilled a whole thing. Yeah, I hope that's how you play category. I'm not sure. That was fun. I learn some new things every day, but these game things are like really new for me. Then we got cartoon character, and of course I'm gonna go with Calvin and Hobbes. I even prepped a frame for him, and there are so many images to pick from. There are like Calvin and Hobbes together in all sorts of positions, and then there's just Calvin himself. So I am procrastinating this a little bit. So I have never played category either, so it's kind of fun. Oh my god, you thought it was my version of bingo using word bacon? I am crazy, but I don't think that I'm that inventive. Okay, useless random fact and then origami I put together into this turtle and then made myself an origami turtle and then I wrote turtles aren't silent. They make a range of noises, anything from chicken like clucks to dog like barking. I did not know that and I'm kind of surprised. That's that's new for me. And then of course I got it's a little bit one for myself. I did receive a letter from the Danish Postal Service. You see, we are one of their what they call so elegantly their business partner because we have an online store. So we did receive a note from them, and I received it the 27th of December. Remember, like past Christmas and everything. And the note said something like this. To all our business partners, we are happy to inform you that extra hands are being brought in to ensure that deliveries during the holidays will arrive in just time. Sure. Their own note was received past Christmas, past the holidays. So for me, that was like a like useless random fact. Bye bye, Gail. But origami, I looked up the word and it's like uru means folding and kami means paper. So I think it might have been called like uru kami. But isn't it funny how the Western worlds they keep making their own rules when it comes to names? Like we do at least here in Denmark. If somebody is called something really fancy, like, oh hello, who are you? Well, I'm Heinrich von der Münchhausen, we would say like, really? Let's just call you John. I mean, that's how rude we are. So I really think that this breaking up what the word really means and knowing that we probably are pronouncing it in our own home knitted way here in Denmark just made me laugh. Okay, fortune cookie. I just took it out of these New Year's confetti bombs because they look like one of those that's gonna appear in fortune cookies. This is a rainbow Monopoly item. I so want to make like one of those cards that you pick up from the pile and it tells you what to do. And one of them is go straight to jail. So I made a Janet go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not be persistent. And I drew that old school, back in the days in the original Monopoly. This was like an officer, and then he's dragging away this monkey thing. Chinese checker, I still need to draw it out. Post-it note, I think I talked about that in my last scavenger stream. But fib art, I'm not going to glue this into this book because this belongs in a different album that I have. But so far, I got two things. I got this one from Bob Owen, which is her paper mache artwork from Charlie, the cat. And then I also got Janet's envelope. Look at this. This is so intricate. You know what? When the mail lady delivered this to me, she could have just put it in my mailbox, but she decided to hand deliver it in the door, ringing on the door and telling me that she decided to do so because she wanted to see my expression when I received it. Isn't it awesome? So she has actually, her and a coworker had been studying this, thinking that, oh my God, this is amazing. And they actually are taking extra attention to envelopes like these and showing them to each other. So it's like worth to know, like when we do something special about our envelopes, it's being appreciated by so many hands. Yeah, this is insane. I mean, still I'm have to repeat myself saying like how tiny a nib can you get? Like this is not pattern paper. This is like very meticulous work done with a pen. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, use a ruler. I still think that I need to do one of those generic drawings that I have been doing a lot of, which is perspective lines, where you can, with the help of line work, make buildings on the side of a road. So that's going to be a tip in on a separate piece of paper. Okay, this one. Cats, fiber, napkin. What is it? Book page. Okay, we got a ransom note here. That's a little bit fun. Okay, I had a YouTube upload. I named it my watercolor collection. And then I displayed in an upload all my watercolor palettes. And it triggered an angry man from Australia writing a comment about I had a problem, I was being selfish, and this was like such an overflow of excess. What is it called? Like he was really negative. Like he thought that I was being like I had a problem, which I might have. I don't know. So of course my ransom note is going to be about him, because he in his comment was first trashing me like I am such a bad person for owning so many watercolor palettes, and then he ended his text by writing that I should really donate to him because he had so little and I have so much. So my ransom note is this: hey lady, I think it is selfish to have so many watercolors. uh, be a better person and share. That's what I wrote. Because I remember back then I was thinking, what are you thinking about the postage alone? I mean, for the postage alone, you can buy like four of Prima's, watercolor palettes. So why would I even think about donating uh, one of my used palettes? So that was like really, yeah. But note to self, don't put out those videos on the tube if you don't prepare yourself for a knock in your head. So, Candyland, I don't really know. It's a game that I don't know of. I googled it and saw that the icon was a king. So I might just draw the king. And this is user stencil. Of course, I used the lettering guide from Janet. Look, included to me in a Christmas greeting card. So, and what to write with this stencil, right? So I just choose to write different things like I cook with cheese. Sometimes I even add food to it because, as we all know, cheese means something totally different in Janet's universe. It means cheers. So, yeah, good cheese need good company. That is so true. I've never met a problem that cheese wouldn't solve. Also, really true. But first, cheese. Just say cheese. Now we're really fucking her. Eat, sleep, cheese, repeat. I mean, that is hilarious. And then this quote: the real question is, should we trust people who don't like cheese? So, yeah, cheese. A lot of cheese. So, an old photo I really managed to find of Lars's mom and then my son and then half of my hubby. But I love their expressions on their faces. You can see that both of them are having a blast. So that was like really, really a good photo to add in. So thanks for doing these really diversity prompts that makes give you an excuse to collect this page full of fun memory. Something snarky. Oh, I am such a cute person, so I don't think that I ever have been snarky ever in my life. So of course it's blank, nice white and blank, but I will find something that to put in here. Trust me, because I watch all of you guys' streams, right? So I will find something to go in here. So let's see over here. use watercolor. I think that's gonna be like a sheet of its own. Also, the toilet paper roll. It could be fun to marry those two prompts so that the paper is including some sort of toilet paper roll and then watercolor on both of those papers. Snarky is your middle name. Yes. And look, I did so good at the doodle and the Zentangle. What I did was that I placed a washi tape that had these colored on it, and then the washi tape had brown stripes. So I tried to include the washi tape as background for my Zentangling, and then I practiced doing that fun tube things that Janet showed us how to do on one of her streams. This is my first attempt done with what is it called? These markers here. Hmm. What is this? That's not it. A Tombow marker. But turns out that it's bad choice to use a Tombow marker if you think you can go on top of it with a Sharpie, because the Sharpie just sucks up the pigment from the water soluble marker. So I just learned that you need to have like a waterproof pen to do this Zentangle with. So yeah, sorry game. Again, one of those games that I don't know anything about, but I got an idea. Picture this, like a anger management game, right? You know those quiz games where you get four, you can choose between four correct answers, and the wrong answer gives a high score like 4, and the correct answer gives a low score like 1. So the sorry game could be like an anger management game where you have to score as low as possible, and then all the questions has to be formed out where you describe some sort of Karen situation. Have you guys seen any of those Karen videos out on YouTube? Self-righteous women just interfering in other people's businesses. And hi, K-Berg. So I was thinking, since I don't know what this sorry game is all about, that I'm gonna make my own game and make it like a therapeutic anger management game where I write up um, a situation. Like you're a Karen sitting in a car at a parking lot in front of Walmart, and then you see this young woman stealing another woman's parking lot or parking space, you know? And instead of just minding your own business, what do you do? So this is like 4 choices, right? Where choice 1 is the one that gives the high score 4 points, because it's I walk up, smack her in the face, and ask, "What the hell are you doing?" Because there should always be a sentence, a choice with something like "smack the bitch first, ask later," because it gives the highest point every time. So eventually, people will understand that that is not the correct way of dealing with this situation if you want to win the game, right? So it could be like that sort of a game card. But I kind of need an evening or two to sit down and figure out situations where a Karen can interfere and then give her some choices in how to control her anger. So I think it's gonna be fun to do that one. Okay, tipping, it's just a regular tipping, but since we had this called map, I found this map in an advertisement about chocolates. So they kind of put in all the countries in the whole world that manufactures chocolates, and it's like really important news, right? But mostly I wanted to use this map to tell you guys that I live on this tiny, tiny island. Let me see if I can point it out. We need something really sharp and pointy. Do we have that? Hmm. Okay, guess not. I just use the nib. This is America, right? That tiny dot right there. That's where I'm from. I'm sitting right now on this island right here. Toot. That's how small it is. I can actually drive from one end to my island to the other on 1 hour and 10 minutes. Or I can sit in a car and I can go from my island to the end of the kingdom that I'm living in. Just give me 8 hours and I'm there. That's how tiny it is. It's crazy, right? Okay, this is let's see. You should put a "you are here" arrow. Yes, I should. And cover up my whole country with just the word "you." So, yes, Africa is actually a huge continent. If you think about it in landmass, it is really, really humongous. Okay, Monochromatic Page. I love this one. Done in pencil, took on the Zentangle border this way. Really, really love it. And then Dominoes. I know Dominoes. So I wrote here, we are like dominoes. I fall for you, you fall for another. And then Coffee Ring. I kind of sketched out the situation, but I still need that big, fat, greasy ring from an actual cup. But it will get there. Chinese checker game, or checker games called. We have that here, so I knew what it was. Love is like playing checkers. You have to know which man to move. And then I just kind of drew the checkerboard here. And that is it. That's the end of my scavenger hunt. But isn't it just fun? I mean, don't you just want to, if you're not participating and convinced yet, don't you just want to jump in and do these things? It is such a fun, what is it called when you are getting sidetracked from regular, you know, habits in your in your craft and art room? Then in comes this scavenger hunt thing where you know that you're not alone. There's a lot of people working on the same prompts. Diversion. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, exactly. That's the word I'm looking for. I really love it. Okay, I can have as many chances as I wish because this is a frame. So I think while I'm here live that I will just try and sketch out Calvin. Ugh, and put him in. Because then I can be like really brave and brag about that I did actually fill out one prompt while I was live streaming. I think I'll go for one of those where he's like, what am I doing on your stream? Oh, that chin is not correct. I don't think that Calvin got such a chin. I think if I could redo it, I would be more like, yeah, we gonna make that into a sweater. I kind of have on the feeling. So let's see. Something like this crazy hair. My son was totally blonde when he was little. So of course I thought of him as Calvin. Isn't that hilarious? And then he's got like stripes on his sweater. Now I actually think that people got like a visual of who I'm having a cartoon crush on. Oh man, I love this. I love this kid so much. He's got like the most vivid imagination ever. His school teachers turns into dinosaur monsters. Yeah, that's my Calvin. Oh, you are streaming today, Sandra. That is so good news because then I know that you're actually feeling better. I hope that you are um, healing well. Do one where his boogers freeze. Yeah, I could do that. Oh, they're also cute. The ones drawn from behind when you see him and his friend skipping the road, out to adventure, and none of them are touching the ground. Like they're flying, they're like hoovering. I love it so much. Okay, what time are you streaming? 4 or 4:30? Yay! I think I will be able to watch then. It's not that far away. Mindless arting. Yeah, that could be another word for this. I think it's super fun. It gives you a place to be like really childish, like yeah, like I don't know. I just kind of need journals like that apparently. So let's see. Hope to be there. See, yay! Yeah, definitely. I hope that you streaming is because you're feeling better. That is just extremely good news. Oh my God. I myself have tried having some time in a wheelchair. It is awful. I mean, it's just awful. And it's just like everything becomes an obstacle. So I can totally understand how you just had to surrender into a new lifestyle and then didn't wasn't able to stream. So I hope that it at least means that you are able to get out of the wheelchair and move around more. So let's see. Yeah, but okay, I'm kind of done with my flip through of my scavenger hunt. I really love this journal. It's turning out really nice. I like that it's so like a lot of things going on and a lot of things. I wanted to show you this other journal. Remember I said that I wanted to make a small drawing each day? I actually have fulfilled it so far, but who are we kidding? It was like 2 weeks into January. So I think I showed you guys here, maybe here or here. I don't know. But these drawings here have been added. This one cracks me up. I ran out of biscuits. My cat got this dry food, dry food, like cat crackers. Uh, she ran out of it and she was pissed. So I had the joy of making this angry cat looking at her empty bowl and then just being pissed. And this is me just having fun with the scavenger hunt. Here I received happy mail from Sandra. I worked in the garden, and that day, oh my God, Friday in our country was just so beautiful. It was warm. It was like spring. It was sunny all day with a frisk wind. I mean, it was just a perfect day. I mean, it was just such a beautiful day, and I really, really enjoyed. I was just outside, cleaning the porch and the lawn for leaves and stuff like that. But I really enjoyed that outdoor time spent. So now I'm really looking forward to spring. And then we had a full moon this weekend, so I just wrote that. But an important announcement: the 20th of January, which means this week we're coming into, is National Cheese Day. Only age matters if you are a cheese. So everyone get your liquor ready because it's National Cheese Day on a Thursday. And yeah, it's just a shame that it's not on a Wednesday because then I could really tease Janet a ton in Dee Dee's stream. But now instead, I'm gonna totally pollute Kathy Arbor's chat, saying cheese a thousand times to Janet. So, oh, and I'm even a mod on Cass's stream, so I can reinstall myself if somebody removes me. Oh no. Yeah, scotch for breakfast, right? Yeah. And it's National Cheese Day, so it means that it goes for all of us. Catitude, that's right, on Beck. And when my cat is pissed, oh my god, she's getting violent. She didn't used to be like that, but she's like 14 years old, so she's lashing out of me, like want to scratch my legs or something. She didn't used to do that before. And then also I've noticed that she can growl like a dog, like "Rrr," like she's a tiny bear or something. It's like really, really weird. So she is turning into like a snarky old lady, I'm telling you. I think in human years she must be like past 70 years or something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's only dog years. That's like 7 years on one human year. I have to look it up. So, but thank you guys for joining this stream. I'm really happy to see you all in chat. And now I'm gonna go back and read all the comments because I am I can't really multitask like that. Yes, everything pisses her off. But I think I know why. I think it's because we are taking in stray cats. Before it was her kingdom, her alone. But each year there seems to be a stray cat kitten that needs our help. So we are taking them in. I'm actually, yeah, I'm prepping to be that cat lady when I'm retiring. So I'm already start stocking up on cats. So, oh, that was so cool, Rhonda. Thanks, you guys, for helping me out with the prompts today. It was really, really fun. And yay. So now I'm gonna sign off by see if I can manage this mouse here. I got issues with this double clicking mouse here. So see you out there on YouTube. See you at Sandra's. Bye bye.